friends, I'm Bex, and today I'm once again kind of stealing content from somebody else so I could come up with a video idea because I just didn't have time to edit my Let's Plays. I'll be honest, I totally screwed up. I still have the files, but they were on a hard drive. I removed them from the local folder on my computer, and long story short, I have to re-edit all over again. So today, inspired by Phil Lester's recent video of ranking his gay crushes, I'm gonna rank my childhood crushes. Now, I'm bi, so these aren't all gay, but many of them are. So with that in mind, I'm just gonna get into it. So this will coming as a surprise to no one ever. My first crush is Lola Bunny from Space Jam. Now, I'm not going to get into the discourse of how they changed her design for Space Jam 2 because frankly, I don't really care. Let Lola wear a sports bra, like it's fine. But I think I speak for everyone when I say, we all felt something the first time we saw Lola Bunny, and for that, I'm forever grateful. I think I kind of had a thing for bugs too, if I'm being honest with you, but I don't know. Lola she's special. She's special to a lot of people, special to the point where, a lot of people are going a little bit overboard on Twitter about her right now. That being said, I haven't actually watched this movie in a while, and I can't actually remember very much about her personality other than the fact that she was good at basketball. So because a lot of this video is just going to be based on my memory and kind of comparing, what I felt at the time to now, how would I feel if this person wanted to date me now, or this bunny, I'm just gonna have to give her a B, only because did she have that much of a personality? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'll rewatch at some point and I'll be pleasantly surprised. But it was kind of like, oh, she's a girl, but she's not like other girls. It was a little bit not like other girls that I can recall. She was still cool, but not perfect. So that's why I will put Lola at a B. My second is Videl from Dragon Ball Z. I did not watch GT. I have not watched Super. So my opinion on Videl is solely from Dragon Ball Z, and I was pretty young when I watched it, so again, don't remember a whole lot, but I remember a lot of people kind of in more recent years ragging on the Great Saiyaman story arc, and me being like, man, I remember really loving that story arc. And why is because of Videl. She was a badass. She was human, but she was actually eventually able to learn to fly because Gohan taught her, because she was blackmailed into doing it. But that aside, I remember thinking she was so cool and just the coolest character, and there hadn't really been up to that point a female character in DBC that I'd gotten really invested in. I kind of liked Bulma, but I don't know, I found that a lot of the female characters kind of left something to be desired, but she was just so cool to me, and I now realize, of course, in my wisdom, that this was definitely not just a favorite character, but a crush. And the version I chose of her is her having cut her hair, just because, damn girl, she was so badass. Just S tier for Videl. Love her, still love her, will always love her. Third, interesting choice for me, Zelda because I never really played Zelda. I played her in Super Smash Brothers. That's pretty much it. I don't even really remember my brother playing Zelda that much. I just knew of her as a character, and I just thought that she was amazing. She's magic. She's beautiful. I just thought that she was like one of the most beautiful characters I'd ever seen, and you know what? She still is. That being said, I didn't really play any of the games, like I said, so I was really basing this solely off of physical appearance and the fact that she could do cool magic in Smash Brothers, so I have to put her at a B. Again, not because she isn't great, but just because this like wasn't based on personality, and for that reason I don't know if it would work out between us. And then in a similar vein, there's Jessie from Pokemon. Yeah, a little bit evil, but not too evil. You know, like they wanted to steal Pikachu. It wasn't, you know, they weren't out to like commit mass murder or anything. It was pretty tame as far as villains go, I think. So Jessie was just a really interesting character. Tragic backstory. Had cool Pokemon. I don't know what else to say about her. Oh yeah, she could rock any look. Like, you know, when she and James were in disguise, she always was like the man. She really rocked the butch look, but also looked great in her Team Rocket skirt. So I can't give her an S tier again because of the whole evil thing, even though she's not super evil. So I'm gonna put her in an A because I feel like the whole being evil thing would cause some issues in our relationship, but she's still pretty great, so I'll give her an A. Next up is a character from one of, if not my favorite Disney movie, Meg from Hercules. Again, I feel like a lot of us like learned something about ourselves when we saw her, you know, leaning over the water doing her hair. It just like, did they do that on purpose? I don't. Anyway, I digress. Meg was, you know, took on the damsel in distress archetype, and yeah, she needed to be saved a few times, but she was also pretty cool. She knew how to fight. She's obviously beautiful. So I love her, but she was also being controlled by Hades, and that would also be an issue. I know that she made up for it, but she did betray Hercules, and you know, having a deal with, you know, the Lord of the Underworld, and that kind of brings some baggage that, you know, I wouldn't mind if she was upfront about it, but she's not really upfront about it, or not upfront enough. Because like, really, I want to put her in an S tier because I like her that much, but I just think just because of the Hades thing and her being, she seems pretty straight to me. I don't want to assume, but she seems pretty straight, so it pains me, but I think I have to put her at a B for those reasons. No, she's an A. She's an A. Who am I kidding? Next is one of only 2 men on this list. And, you know, looking back, I really should have known I was queer, because even the men I was into were a little bit, you know, they were stylish, let's say. But Sesshomaru is he's kind of representative of a whole category for me. If I had wanted to, we could have just made this like weeb central and it would have been all anime characters, but I was like, no, I'm not gonna do that. So Sesshomaru represents the category of like silver-haired male villains. He was a big one, Sesshomaru was. There was also Sephiroth from Final Fantasy and Pegasus from Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, that was just my type for a while. And Sesshomaru, I guess, turns out to be more of an anti-hero than a villain. He's from Inuyasha, by the way, if you didn't know. And he's Inuyasha's half-brother. Really doesn't like Inuyasha. So, for the purposes of the series, for the most part, he's a villain because he is an antagonist for Inuyasha. But is he like a totally evil person? No. I feel like in a relationship, he would be really like protective. Like, you wouldn't have to worry about anything if you were dating him. But if I recall, there was a woman in the series who fell in love with him who was killed. It wasn't mutual, I don't think. But she did end up dying. So it's kind of hit or miss, but I think that if he loved you, like, you would want for nothing. But I get the sense that he's like a little bit emotionally unavailable and might show his love by being a bit overprotective and possessive, and I'm not really into that. So I love him, but he's gonna be a C. I don't think I would turn him down, but just for the purposes of this, I have to say C. All right, we're getting down to the wire now. And I would be remiss if I didn't talk about Glee. Glee was a cultural phenomenon for me. Realized a lot of things about myself watching Glee. And especially, you know, I really could put all the cheerleaders in here if I'm being realistic, because that scene, you know, if you know, you know, the scene in the first season where Quinn and Santana and Brittany say a little prayer, that was kind of one of those moments where I was definitely like, huh, okay, I'm gonna repress that for a while. I'm gonna put that over here. I'm not ready to confront that right now. But man, like, high school Becky was like, and I chose Santana because I think in part she was one of the queer characters. None of the representation in Glee was great. She had a lot of like self-hatred and issues. However, I did have a lot of love for her, and I still do. Rest in peace, Naya Rivera. And that being said, even like if I look, because if I'm looking at myself as an adult and I'm imagining, like, we did see Santana as like a young adult, she's still, I don't know, she was still a bit of a bully, and I'm really sensitive, so I don't think it would have worked out with us, just because she's just a little bit too mean. Like, I respect it, but I don't think that I could like date her in theory. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to put her to C also. Love her, but I don't want her to be sitting at C, but I think it makes sense, right? It makes sense. Last but certainly not least is Anakin / Darth Vader, who, yes, I'm saying are the same person. I know that's a bit controversial. Anakin and Vader are the same person. Yeah, and I love both of them for different reasons. So I sort of did like the Vaderkin image here, if you will. Anakin, I've had a crush on him since I was like 12 or so. 11, 12. It was when I saw Revenge of the Sith. And it's just one of those crushes that has never really gone away. I have never fully gotten over Anakin, and I still love him. It's, again, like, I have some questions about some of like what this says about me emotionally. However, I am an Anakin apologist. Yeah, he killed people, but you know, what are you gonna do? That being said, gosh, being in a relationship with him would be very difficult. One, because he's not supposed to be in a relationship. Let's talk about like Anakin, like pre like full fall to dark side, right? It would be very difficult to be in a relationship with him. We see that with Padme because he's not supposed to be in a relationship, and he's got some jealousy issues. He's got some anger issues, you know. Padme says to be angry is to be human, which is true, but like within reason, you know, like that's not what you say after he's like killed a bunch of people. However, I get it. Like, Padme, I understand. And Vader, I don't even know. I know there's like at least one story out there of you know, a woman falling in love with Vader and him just being like, oh, okay. I don't know if Vader at that point is like totally incapable of love, because obviously if that were the case, Luke would not have been able to save him in Return of the Jedi. But I think that Vader thinks he's incapable of love. So I don't think that, and again, the anger issues, I don't think that, I don't think we could hang. I don't think he'd be receptive to my advances. And yeah, I just think that either way, at any point in his like story, I don't know that it would work out. I like to think that I could change him, but if we're being real, yeah, he just killed a lot of people, didn't he? And in theory, I'm like, again, like I said, I'm an Anakin apologist, whatever, I still love him, I don't care. But in practice, we're talking in practice here, you gotta draw the line somewhere, right? Like, I don't know, like maybe don't kill kids, maybe don't. So I gotta give him the D. Even though it just makes me sad. I think it's for the best. So I think that's all for today. I wish I had more riveting commentary, but honestly, I just like got back from a COVID test not too long ago and I'm tired, so I think this is as good as we're gonna get. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to see more videos like this one, go ahead and subscribe, hit the like button, do all that fun stuff. I upload a video a month, sometimes more, depending. I suspect I'll be putting out a vlog again later this month, but I don't know. I make no promises. And when I can, I hope to get a couple more Let's Plays out, but I don't know when. It's just, we'll see. But thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.